Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We had a question on one of our videos and it was about the Divi theme. Somebody was asking, how would I add a Twitter feed to the footer? Really easy to do. I'm actually going to use an extra plugin for this today, but it's a free plugin and it's the free version of the awesome Divi Supreme Modules plugin, and I'll put the link below the video obviously. So I've got a page here. I've just added this simple footer. As you can see, I've got a little Twitter feed in there, and that's going to update with the latest post at the top. If you click on it, obviously it takes you to Twitter, to the actual tweet itself. So let's get started. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is install the Divi Supreme plugin. And like I say, I'm using the free version of this today, so there's no cost involved, and I'll put the link below the video for anybody that needs to use that. And what we're going to do to achieve this today is create a global footer. So I'm going to just delete the one I've got here and we'll start from scratch. So if I save this now, go back to this page and refresh, that footer should have disappeared and we'll be left with a generic Divi one. There it is right there. Okay, so I've gone down to Divi, to Theme Builder, and remember we've installed Divi Supreme Light. So I'm in the Theme Builder. I'm going to left click on the Add Global Footer here. I'm going to go ahead and build from scratch. I'm going to keep this extremely simple today just to demonstrate the Twitter module. Obviously you can go to town on your global footers. I'm going to use this with two skinny ones at the side and a larger one in the middle. On the left I'm going to put my little icon. So I'm just going to use a regular Divi image module. Divi comes with all the light grey modules. The ones with Supreme in front of them are the ones that you get free with the Divi Supreme Light. And there's about 20 or so of them. There's some great ones there. So I just want an image module. There we are. Now I could do this with the menu module and just add the logo, but I'm choosing to do it this way purely so I can centralize my menu in a minute. There's my little logo. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to leave that just like that. And in the middle one, I'm going to put the menu. And again, I'm just using a Divi module here. Divi menu module. Like I say, you can go full width and put your logo in there, but I'm not doing that at the moment. I really haven't got a real menu, so I'm going to leave it on that. Normally you'd select whatever menu you want here, and you can create a new menu to specifically for your footer if you want to. So I'm going to go over to Design, Layout, and I want mine to be in the middle of that particular column. Great. Now here's where the Divi Supreme comes in. I'm going to put a live Twitter feed in this one, and this is one of the modules you get with the free version of Divi Supreme. Supreme Embed Twitter. As you can see, it's put something in there. That's obviously their Twitter feed right there. I want to put my own in, so you need to put your username in here, but you need to take off the little @ symbol in front of it. So I've got my site open here. Here's mine, @22itsolutions1. So I need all of that without the @ sign. Just copy that, go back into our theme builder, and I'll pop that in the username. There we go. And we've got my feed going on there. Now this is going to look absolutely crazy if you've got a real long feed in your footer like that. So I'm going to take mine down to a sort of manageable size for the size of my footer. So I'm going to hit the limit tweets. Number of tweets, I'm going to take mine down to 1. I just want the latest tweet down there. Obviously if you're doing yours and you want more in there, just put more in there. You may have a mega type footer with all kind of things going on, but I'm going to keep mine fairly simple, so I really only want the 1 on there. It's got a choice with a light or a dark theme. I'm actually going to leave it on the dark, but what I'm going to do is take away that background in a minute and put my own background in. You can choose to show the header, tweets by System22 if you want to. I'm going to turn that off. And also the footer. I'm going to take that off also. Okay, well, we've got it in there. Let's decorate our background of our actual nav bar here. Put the menu in the right place, and then I'm going to limit this so that we can just see the top part, perhaps just the title there, because again this is too wide for me. Like I say, if you've got a lot going on your footer, mega tight footer, then that's going to work fine, but for me I'm going to shrink it up so it's more in line with what we've got here. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to make my row full width here. So to do that, I need to go into the row, the green tab right there, little cog. I'm going to go to design, sizing, I'm going to roll down to width, I'm going to roll that up to 100%. I'm going to copy that, Control C, and paste it in the max width below, or you can type it in, Control V to paste. Like I say, you can type it in if you want to, that's fine. We've now got a full width row, and as you can see, my little Twitter feeds over this side, we've got the menu in the middle and the logo on the right. The logo is a little large right there for me, but we want to pop it in the middle. So let's save our row settings here. I'm going to go into the image, I'm going to line it in the middle so that when you reduce down to a mobile type thing, it'll be in the middle. That's great. That one's already in the middle. This one, it's a little too wide, so what I'm going to do is go into our Twitter feed here. I'm going to go to my design. Let's move this over here so you can see what's going on. Sizing, I'm going to actually take the width of it down to about 75%, and it's 75% of whatever it's residing in, which is that little column on the right hand side there. So I'm going to take mine down to about 75%, fine tune with the little arrows there, and I want to make sure that it's in the middle of that column too, so I'm going to put that right there. Fantastic. So that way when it reduces down to other tablets and mobiles, these will be stacked one on top of each other. Okay, let's just save that. Now what I want to do is give my little row a background color here. So again, I'm going into the row. I'm going to still in the content, the first tab here, I'm going to give mine a little gradient background because that's going to look better with a white or a light background, and that's going to look better with a dark background. So I'm going to give it a gradient. We've got color, gradient, image, or video. I'm going to hit add background gradient. Okay, the one on the left there, I want to make that white. It's actually top and bottom at the moment, but I'm going to change that. And the bottom one, let's make that black. And now I'm going to flip it round. So I've got the black on the right and the white on the left. So if I take this down to about 90 degrees, that should achieve that. Again, get it close, just fine tune with the little arrows there. Great. Now I want to take that background away, make that text light, push it down a bit so it's in line more with what we've got going on here. But while we're in the row, I'm going to limit this column to about 100 pixels, probably maybe even a bit less, so we've just got what we need up there. So still in the row settings, on the content tab, we'll go into our third column. We've got column 1, column 2, column 3. Let's go into column 3. I'm going to write one tiny little piece of CSS code here, and don't let that put you off. I'll put it below the video if you want to use it, but it's so simple. So now we're in the column. I'm going over to advanced, to custom CSS. In the main element, I'm going to give it height. I'm going to say 100 pixels, and then I'm going to adjust it from there. And as you can see, that's actually pulled it up, so we've got this much going on there. That's okay, but what I want to do is I don't want this bit hanging off the end here. I want to hide that. So let's put a semicolon after that 100 pixels, and I'm going to close up the custom CSS, and just below it we've got visibility, and what we can do is hide the overflow. We've got horizontal and vertical overflow. Horizontal, anything that sticks out left or right. Vertical, anything that sticks out top and bottom. So I'm going to put both of those to hidden. So anything above, left and right of our 100 pixels will not be seen. There it is right there. Got a little bit of that text still showing, so I want to take that down just a bit. Let's try perhaps 90. We'll go back up to the custom CSS and change that to 90. There we go, that seems to work. But also, I don't really want that coloured background in there. It's okay, but it's sort of taking away from our gradient. So we can fix that in the module itself, but it's the height we want. That's everything where we want. We just got to do a few tweaks and we're done. So let's save our column settings here. Save the main row settings. Let's go into here. Remove widget's background color. There we go. Still got that little bar at the top, but I'm okay with that. We could get rid of that with a bit of CSS if we wanted to, or I think that's the border. So let's say show border. That's gone. I actually quite like that, so I'm going to put that back. Now we just need to change this and push it down a bit and we're good to go. So let's go into our little menu settings here. Don't want a background on it, so I'm going to content, background. Just going to trash that. I actually want to make that white in color, so I'm going to go over to design, menu text, active link I'll make white. There is no active link at the moment. Menu text color, I'm going to make that white too. And I just need to push it down a bit so it's more in line with the two that are either side. So to do that, I'm going to use a bit of padding. Let's shut up the text. We'll go down to spacing, and I'm just going to pop a bit of padding on the top. Let's give it, say, 30 pixels. I think I used before. That's close enough for me. You can tweak it as much as you want or as little as you want, but I think that's going to be okay. Final thing I want to do is just the section it's in, the blue tab. We've got a bit of padding top and bottom here. I'm going to remove that so there's no extra white space top and bottom. So I'm going into the section tab, the blue one right here. I'm going to go to spacing, which is under the design tab. And I'm simply going to put a 0 in the top. Don't have to put the pix in, it'll do it for you. Hit the chain, it'll do the bottom too. So we're just left with that. So we've got a live little Twitter feed in there, menu, and a little logo. Very simple, but it worked. Save our page changes here. Exit out. Make sure everything's saved here. Now if we go back to our page, at the moment we've got that default one. If I refresh, we should have our new one with a little Twitter feed in it. There we go. There's our little simple footer right there. There's our little Twitter feed, menu, logo. And if we click on it, obviously it's going to take us to that post. And of course that's going to update to the latest post whenever you put a new post up there or tweet up there. So there you go, guys. That is how to add a Twitter feed to your footer using the Divi theme and the free Supreme Modules Light plugin. And like I say, the link for that will be down below the video. So I hope that's answered your question. I hope you found this useful today. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.